Hello, hello, hello. Let's figure out what we are going to paint or draw today. But first, let's have a little tasty beverage real quick. Oh yeah. Never used to like these, but they're starting to grow on me. All right. We might do a little watercolor. I'm not sure yet, but if we do, let's get that ready. You guys can't see this, but I'm at my art table, so I have everything set up right there. I don't know what I want to draw. Let's have a little notebook walkthrough. This is my notebook number 2. Not quite finished yet, but I already jumped over to number 3. I like this one, but can't really even, I think I did too much and you end up losing it. That one's kind of cool. Out of this whole notebook, I think this is my favorite. Well, I think this has to be my favorite. I posted a video when I was doing this line work, but that's how it looks now. I was doing a swatch test for this new watercolor. I don't think I like it. It's a little too light for what I like to do, but if I ever have to do light work, there it is. Oh, this probably has to be my second favorite. I don't know what it is. Just really I like those teeth. I like this skull, kind of has a crown and whatnot. Random doodles. That one's okay. Oh yeah. I think the thing I like about the most about this one is the orange, yellow, and blue. I did it up here and here and here, but I really like that. I don't remember why I did this one, but it looks cool. Oh, see, the orange, yellow. I think I changed the yellow for red, but it still looks good. Oh lordy, looks like I need to finish this one. So another swatch test. This one is the, what is it? Bianyo marker, alcohol markers. Kind of a budget option from Amazon, but they are, I mean, they're pretty cool. I like them. All right, let's get to some drawings that I've been working on recently. This is notebook number 3. I really like this one, but I don't know what I want to do with it. See, I like the masks. I like the mask aspect, but I'm afraid of ruining it. So I'm gonna save that for last probably. Need to finish this one. But God, I really like these teeth. Oh, yeah. I like how wild this one is. I don't necessarily like it, but I do like how wild it is. This one's just a weird one. Kind of a Art the Clown inspiration. Yeah, kind of got the nose there, but my favorite movie is The Thing, so I like these monsters and tentacles and stuff. But I kind of wanted to do like a Teen Wolf plus The Thing, and that's kind of what I came up with. This is probably the most complete one I have inside this book. It's pretty cool. I mean, I like that shark. It's kind of like Jaws themed, Bucky's themed, maybe Moby Dick, I don't know. Oh, a Daredevil. That's a Daredevil right there, kind of. I didn't really know what to do with this one, so I posted a short. It's a quote by Friedrich Nietzsche. He who has a why to live for can bear almost anyhow. Well, that's kind of cool. I like quotes. Just kind of have quotes in the back of my head. not too bad. More of a color, playing with color, seeing just what markers could do. This is my dog Bella. She's a little Pomeranian. She doesn't wear it anymore, but she used to have a scarf. And then squirrel dog, and I don't know, random. Oh, it's a snake. I really like weird faces. I painted this one with marker, didn't really like it. Went over with acrylic marker. It's a little better, but this one's just random. But and whenever I show people my notebooks, they usually kind of like this guy. Simple, I like it. I was thinking about doing the columns with a little black and white. I don't think I will. I might just leave it like that. Once again, faces. Oh, I seen this drawing. It was on a schizophrenic patient inside of a mental hospital, but he had a drawing with a bunch of teeth, and I really liked it. So much so, I did the back of my notebook like this. Something about like the mouth opening up with that much teeth. I really liked it. But yeah, kind of just drew a silhouette, put some watercolor and acrylic marker over it. It's kind of cool. Same thing. I like intestines. I like guts and all that. Here's a little. I guess you'd almost be like a spaceman, or maybe even a hazmat suit. But random drawing in the back of my book. Not too bad. I like doing stuff like this when I don't know what to do. Hell, I might even do one today. I went camping, was it 2 weeks ago? And I drew this. I drew all these lines in the dark. Trying to draw mouths, trying to draw mushrooms and hands and whatnot. So when I got back home, I inked it and then trying to color it. But hell, I might even color it today. Another little monster creature guy. Yeah, don't quite know what to do with him yet. We'll just leave it for now. This is my latest one. I like this face, and it's actually kind of a redrawing of that face. But I think I like that one. I like that face so much. I don't know what it is. Yeah. Another silhouette. I was kind of thinking of putting ribs and intestines and stuff. Haven't quite got to it yet. This is another swatch test. It's for the artist connection, kind of like the budget, or really hardcore budget markers. I think all these colors was like $10 or something, and I just don't like the way they blend. I don't know if you can see that. They just didn't blend that well, and to a point, it kind of started messing up the paper. So I was like, and this is thick paper too, so I was like, maybe I'll just hold off on those. Well, I guess we could color this in. We'll do that. Oh, yeah, we'll drop some yellow in here. And when I post this video, I might not even fast forward it. I might just leave it a full video. Kind of a cool thing about alcohol markers too is because it's yellow and the paper's white, of course, you don't really need to, sit there and dig in either. You can kind of just put a little drop, and then the alcohol pigment, or the alcohol will carry the pigment across the paper. If I could learn how to talk, that would be cool too. Sorry if this is boring, but this is what I do. I'm in my little art room, just sit here and zone out. I'm usually listening to music, but kind of wanted to test this mic out, and I bought a new mic just for these videos. Kind of want to test the mic out and see how it sounds, see if it's picking up the little marker scratches or not. I don't know if people like that, but when I watch videos, I don't mind it. But all done for yellow. I got to be careful because I really like this one. I don't want it to bleed through. And this was supposed to be just a little quick sketch, and I kind of turned it into something I actually like, unfortunately. Let's figure it out. I kind of like the blue colors. Let's do that. Let's do that. I have these kind of little dots in here. Have you ever seen an octopus kind of use its defense mechanism, turn different colors and whatnot? So I'll leave these kind of bright, but I got to do the outline first so I know where to add the other color, and then when I'm done, maybe I'll come back and outline them again. But and the thing about these alcohol markers, I've only been using them kind of off and on about a year or so. So I don't really know all the blending techniques. I'm actually just kind of filling in space, and then when I go over stuff again, I'm kind of just using like a watercolor technique, I guess, and just adding color on top of color on top of color and whatnot. And as far as all these notebooks I have, I kind of like to use, multi-medium. Of course, I sketch some stuff out with pencil. If I'm doing watercolor, I'll go ahead and jump in with watercolor, and from there I'll do inking, kind of like what I did here, and then I like to do multi-medium, so it's watercolor, marker, pen work, and all kinds of stuff. And then about once, maybe twice a year, I'll pick one drawing out of all these books, and I'll take it over to acrylic and canvas. I like doing that because it's just a really big project, and you just focus in for that long. But the only thing though is I really enjoy these notebooks, and the acrylic painting will take me, damn near a month maybe. And then by the time I come back to my notebooks, I'm like, oh, these feel so small. But yeah. I guess I do these notebooks to kind of keep my creative juices flowing. I also take these to work too, and I work out of a service van, and then if we ever have downtime or waiting for a customer or waiting for parts and whatnot, I'll bust one of these out and I'll do a little doodle. And when I first started using these markers, I was kind of worried about these transitions. All those lines used to bug the crap out of me when I was a little kid. But I guess the kind of older you get, you kind of just start letting go and letting the paper, letting the markers, let them do their thing. I'm by no means a professional artist or anything, but maybe maybe the professionals do something different. I don't know. Well, just about done with this tentacle. Back a couple drawings ago, I did this color combination with another tentacle right here. I couldn't remember what color I did. I really like that. I'm gonna do it again. Gonna copy myself. Now let's see if I can figure out what colors I used. Let's see what that is. Oh, I think that's the color I used on the other one, but that's okay. Like most these alcohol markers, they come with a chisel tip and a pointed chip. Here in a moment, I'll come back and ink these little circle deals in, and I'll show you my favorite pen. I've only been using them about maybe a year or so, but they've quickly become my favorite pens. And if I could pronounce them, that would be cool. I'll grab the package here in a minute and I'll try to pronounce them. But they're like a Japanese brush pen. Sorry for the noise. Fudenosuke marker or brush pens. But the thing I like about these is I can ink them in, and then when I do watercolor and stuff, the water doesn't actually pick these up. Unlike one of these pens, it's like, I think these are my favorite brush pens, but I can't do watercolor or anything with them. Any little bit of water just launches out. So, you know, they're water pigment, of course. But yeah, these little brush pens, these have become my favorite. And then, I don't really do it there. But, like, let's say you want to do, you know, clean, thin lines. And then down towards the bottom, you can press. You can get that rounded effect. So, and press, and then lift. Press, and then lift. Bring that bad boy over and connect it. But, and then, even if these are too soft, they have a blue version, and the actual brush tip's a little stiffer. You can get even cleaner lines. All right, that's that. This is a kind of like a little eyeball. Let's see. Let's do that. Let's see if the pink, yellow, and kind of like almost like a teal. Let's see if these work together. A little too similar for me. Let's drop some orange in. How dark is this orange? orange. Not too bad. I believe that's the lightest orange I have. Oh well, we can do that. We can do this much. It's a little too loud, but I have one of those kind of like a heat gun or whatever. Those work pretty good. I like using the heat gun actually for watercolor, but if you don't want your markers to spread, you can blow it out. And the shading makes no sense because there's no, I didn't really focus on any shading. I'm just gonna add this for, make it look different, I guess. But when I drew this, I didn't think I was gonna do that, so I added a lighting source to it. Let's find a cool little pink color. Try this first. Kind of a light pink, fruit pink, as Bonio labeled it. It's a little too light for me. There we go. And then these little Pentel pencils. I used to not like 0.9, but I watched this video. It was like an autistic dude explaining why this was his favorite pencil, and I was like, I'm gonna try one of those out. It turned out to be one of my favorite pencils. The only gripe though is small eraser, but what are you gonna do? I guess I could go out and build my own pencil. Let's drop a little eyeball in here. How does that look? Like crap? Cool. And with these brush pens, you can turn it sideways. You can get a nice little fat line too. Let that. What color? Orange. Let's do. I don't want to do baby blue. You want to do complementary colors? How dark should his eyeball be? That might be too dark. Come on, Thompson, make a decision. Make a decision. This is like one of my favorite colors, the mint blue, and then it's almost out of ink. I used it so much. Nope, can't do it. Not enough ink. Let's try this blue. Yeah, it's really dark. Whatever. Yeah, a little darker than I wanted, but it's not bad. And if I really don't like it, I can put acrylic paint over it and start over, but that's not a big deal. And I don't really like leaving these white, so let's drop. I have to drop this in kind of lazily, and then if I want to, I can come back and add veins, but for now I think we'll leave it. And I need some some of these bad boys. Ooh, I bet that sounded really good on the mic. Yeah, there we go. So I like using these jelly roll white markers. The only thing though is 5 is damn near useless and 8 is okay, but the only one that works is the 10s, because you can get a pretty good amount of ink to come out, but you have to kind of do a rolling motion because there's a ball in here. You got to get it going. But yeah, see, I don't know if you can see that, but you gotta do that rolling motion. That's how you get the ink out. It won't drop. Let's do this like a little anime eye. We'll do a whole bunch of little white bursts. Ooh. Nope, I did not want the chisel tip. Well, I think that's all I want to do right now. Video's hitting almost 30 minutes. I guess we could drop some watercolor in. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's see what watercolors I'm using today. These ones. Kuratake, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. I usually like using like Winsor Newton, but I found these in the little, I think it was a Michaels, and I was like, man, I really like those. So here's my water. Can you see this blue stuff? It's that poster stuff you put on your walls. It works really good for your water. You can set that little bad boy right there. All right. What color do I want? What color do I want? I think I kind of want to do like a gross, kind of like a gross green brown over here. Let's do that. A little too much yellow. Let's toss some brown back in there. Yeah. I wonder if you guys can even see that. If the sun glare, or not sun, I have a little light right here, so I wonder if that's going to be too much. That's okay. And because the other drawing's coming through the paper, I could kind of just outline these and then add some more ink to, or add some more marker to them. We'll figure that out when I get there. Let's get this watercolor all blocked in. Oh, remember I was telling you about my favorite pens and how they won't bleed and whatnot? Look. Ta-da! They don't lift off the paper. And then the thing with watercolor, or what I like to do with watercolor, is just let it do what it wants to do. I know a lot of better artists are they'll do it more precise and whatnot. But this is what I like to do. Just lay it on there. The paper's still a little wet, so I can come back and just add some weird colors, cool colors, and whatnot. And then, if this drawing wasn't in a notebook, a spiral notebook, I'd add tape and tape it down and get a nice flat edges. But because I like to keep them in the notebook and whatever, I just do it like this. I'm gonna come back in, start adding some more brighter colors. Hell, maybe even a little more purple. That was too much water. Add some purple, get some darker colors in there. That purple mixed with yellow, it'll turn to purple almost. It's too much. Yeah. See like how that was too much water? Just drag it out like that and dry off your brush. You can grab pigment and push it. And as this dries, you'll get kind of little blocky chunks because I'm letting it kind of dry unevenly because I keep adding water and whatnot. And then you can just come back and dry brush it or damp brush it and get rid of it. Well, I think that's about it. I think that's all I want to do today. We're already hitting 30 minutes. I feel like I barely even did anything. Remember 30 minutes of yapping. But we'll let that dry and I'm going to go probably just do something else. Alrighty, folks. Well, I did a little walkthrough, did some utensil walkthrough, did some markers, did some watercolor. Well, with that said, man, have a good day.